Hey viewers, it's the Casual Pro Gamer. Today we're taking a look at 3 games from the TerrorOnYou stream, which is a stream I found on CLG Gaming, and well, he's around 1600 ELO. I just cast the games and I must say I'm not impressed by his play, but maybe this is typical 1600 ELO play and I'm just used to the 2200 ELO play. Anyway, I'll hope you enjoy. Hey viewers, it's another episode of Game Analysis, and today we're doing a mid-level ELO game. It's from a stream from TerrorOnYou. I never heard of him, but I found his stream on the CLG page. And we'll be watching him play Misfortune, a champion I have no experience with since I do not own her. We're starting here as the game has progressed a little bit. The game quality isn't actually good. It's because of the stream, not because of me. But we'll try to see, well, what he does and how he plays. So this far he has boots, apparently going boots first, and then a damage item. No kills yet, no deaths yet, so that should all be pretty simple. As you can see, they do the 1-1-2 build, or hero distribution I should call it. One champion being top, middle is of course solo, and 2 of them being bottom, being the one of them is the carry and the other one is a healer in this case. On the one side there's Soraka, on the other side there's Tarek. And the main thing they have to do is keep the carry alive and make sure that the carry can farm. Sorry about that, had to sneeze. And I didn't want to overload the microphone. So we do see that Tarek is hitting the minions. Apparently, I didn't know that, but apparently he gets mana from that. I distilled that from the comments they made. I'm not actually sure, but well, that's what I made from it. I do own Tarek, I think, but I haven't played him a lot. I think I played like 2 games with him. That's why I don't know if I actually own him. It might also have been that I just played him when he was free. I do like him, but I wasn't good enough back then to actually make do with a support champion, as it requires a lot more skill to play a support champion than it does to play carry. So here we see a little fight around the dragon. Yeah, since both teams are very aware that a dragon is a high price target, they do fight for it, and eventually they both decide, yeah, let's not go there, let's leave it where it is and come back later when we're stronger. So in this case nobody had died, so it was still 5 versus 5, and Shen can come in from the top, so in principle they could make it 5v4, the green team can, but they decided that, or they were too low to actually use that to their advantage. So nobody took dragon, and everybody just goes back in lane, because, well, that's what you do. We see an engagement on Xin here. He's probably going to die. No, Soraka saves him. Well, he was actually pretty clear behind the turret, but Soraka heals him up, and that way he can actually stay in lane. So I don't know why Tarek went base here. I think he should have stayed because he was almost full health. He has healing, and even if he was out of mana, he should wait until Misfortune gets back to actually teleport back himself, because now they're missing out on experience. They have no one to guard the lane, so they have no idea where the opponents, or they have no way to check the opponents to see if they are going for dragon or anything like that, which is not watered anymore. But yeah, well, they decided to both go there. By the way, this is around 1600 ELO. So it's not like the 2200 of Hotshot and Big Fat GG, but it's also not my play, which is more around 1200. And yeah, well, I think it will show us kind of the mid ELO tips and tricks. So what do they do that we do not do in the low ELO? And well, maybe we can learn something from that. Because seeing the high ELO players play, they don't do a lot of things that they know the opponent is going to figure out anyway. So like hide in the bushes, like they did there. High ELO players don't face check bushes. But apparently at this ELO they still do. There was the ultimate of Nocturne, I just realized. And Misfortune is being a little bit careless by running into Xin for 3 times in a row. And so they lose mid tower, and the Misfortune probably has to go home because, well, she's very low, and there's not really a way to keep her alive, except for the heals for Tarek. But Tarek is also low mana, so then he doesn't have a stun up when he needs it. But they decide to heal her up anyway, or well, they just do. They don't actually decide that. But I think it would have been a better decision for her to go home, let Tarek have the experience of the lane, and come back full health with Tarek still at half mana. And again, Xin does damage on her. She is again half health, and now the mana of Tarek is gone, or almost gone, so he can maybe heal her one more time. But yeah, well, again, getting getting hit by Xin. Soraka being the superior healer in this case, of course, it seems obvious enough that he's a much better candidate to be a good healer, or she, I should say, than Tarek is. But Tarek does have a stun, where Soraka only has a silence. So I guess, well, Tarek is still a decent choice. But between the two, Soraka is the better choice. Healing is at the moment very overpowered for the in-lane phase. Not so much the team fight phase. But in lane you can, with Soraka, if you're not overextending, you can pretty much stay in forever. And Soraka also gets free mana and can give that to other people as well. We do have some lag going on. I hope it's not too bad. I didn't actually watch the game before this. I just recorded it when I was out. And yeah, hopefully it's not too bad. So we see all 5 of them grouping up, meaning they lose experience on all 3 lanes at the moment, because there's nobody in lane. Okay, Urgot's here, but they're not actually engaging, because they don't know where the rest of the enemy champions are. And it seems they are all there, so everyone is there. Yeah, Urgot does his ultimate on Warwick, and Warwick gets focused down. After which yeah, they turn to the next guy, which is in this case Shen. Shen doesn't actually die. I don't know how he survives that, but Nocturne gets killed for it. If Nocturne had hit Shen one more time, he would have died. But I guess he saw no reason to. So they lose bottom tower as well, and at this point it doesn't look very good. So they did have 3,000 viewers when I started viewing. Apparently at the moment it's 28 or 2,900, 2,800. Yeah, they did have a lot of spectators, but so far I'm not really impressed by the play. So Shen is, instead of being top lane, he's now in bottom lane. I don't know why. There's no real reason for it. Because normally there's an extra champion there to protect the carry. But in this case, the carry didn't really need protection. There was no one in lane. And Tarek is coming in. So here we see a little engagement between 2 green ones and 3 red ones. And yeah, well, it didn't end too well. I think it ended up 2-for-1 for the red team. So the red team got 2 kills and the green team got 1 kill. But our misfortune is, yeah, is doing okay. She ran to mid. I don't know why. There was nothing she could do. And she could have stayed with her turrets in bottom lane, which is now being pushed, and now there's nobody there. So now they run with the 2 of them to the bottom lane. And yeah, now they lost 1/5 of their tower, lost a lot of experience, and gained nothing for it. So I think